Today's show is sponsored by Gamefly.com. 30-day free trial. Go to Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. Hello, and welcome to Everything We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D. We got Bob Peel, Derek Tant, and if you don't know, we from time to time have a pink kind of hue camera on the show that eventually removes the pink and reveals the Danny Black. There he is.
Hey,
Danny, how you doing,
thanks for
man?
having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem, dude. He had to wake up
I
at
love
like
that intro music.
what was it, like 5 a.m. You had to get up?
Yeah. Well, I kept
Not
waking
really.
up because I thought I was going to sleep through my
Yeah.
alarm. So I was
Is
like,
that what it was? Did you really? Were you
Yeah,
kind
but
of
you
worried?
know, like you're going to hate me for saying this, but I never set an alarm. Like I never have to wake up to an
dude.
alarm. So when I have to set an alarm, I always like sleep and like not sleep very well because I'm like, oh, it's going to
Yeah.
be time to wake up.
Yeah. I get it. I thought he was going to say he was like Kramer on Seinfeld and he would just go put it in his head.
But
and
I
then
do
he-
that. Like if I ever do set an alarm, I always wake up before it.
Yes. Yeah, I had a doctor appointment this morning and I barely slept because I was like, I don't want to miss my doctor's appointment.
My alarm clock goes off every day at 6:11.
Oh, gosh.
So
Bob's really into 11s. Have we ever told you about this? Ones.
No.
It's all ones. He's really into ones. He used to do this
Ones
thing
are
on
good.
Voxer where he would go 11-11, 111.
He's like that. He's got the OCD. Like
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
yeah, I don't know why I always see
11.
11:11, 1:11 on clocks and random numbers. You know, just all kinds of stuff. I
Derek,
don't
do you
know
have
why.
numbers that you see all the time?
No, but I see 111 and 1111. I see both of those twice a day if I'm looking for it.
See, I don't even have to look
the
for
only
it.
time to see it, huh?
I'll just look at my clock and oh crap, it's 1:11. It's just I look at it mentally every day for whatever
I
purpose.
see 1219 a lot.
Really?
See?
It got really weird. It got really weird to the point where I was taking screenshots every time I'd see it, just to see what would happen.
That's
Because
what happened.
1219 is my birthday, and so I was like, it was weird. And I was like, why is this happening to me? And like, I'd look at the clock and I'd tell my friends about it. And I'd be like, dude, look at the time. And they'd be like, oh my gosh, what's going on with you?
It's 12-19, dude.
See, that's the exact same thing that it happens to me, but it's 11:11 or 1:11.
Is your,
What's
birth-
happening?
is your birthday on January 11th, Bob?
No.
Oh.
How about
what
November
is-
11th?
What is
No.
happening?
What is
What are we talking about? What is this? What are we talking about?
I don't know. We're just
111, 12?
we're-
What are we even talking about?
we're opening the show. We're just kind of having a little chit chat. And speaking of chit chatting, when's the last time you sat down and played a video game and had a little chit chat with somebody online, huh? Well, you can do that very easily by going to GameflyOffer.com/HWT. See, I didn't say /. GameflyOffer.com.
How's that going? How's being sponsored on a show? Go ahead.
I mean,
It's going good.
it's
overall.
going really well, actually. Better than it should be. That's for sure. And we're very happy that they sponsor the show because when you go to that address, you get 30-day free trial. GameflyOffer.com/HWT.
Yeah, does that work in Australia? Because I went to it and I was like,
I wonder if
doesn't
it'll
look
work.
like I can. I don't think if they send it
I
overseas.
don't think they will. They don't have it in Australia. I have no
Do
idea.
they have a GameFly depot in Australia?
What's GameFly Depot? Why would it be
no.
GameFly Depot?
Do they have a depot in Australia to distribute?
Oh, okay. He's
video
trying to
games
say
and
like the
movies?
distribution center.
Yes.
That's probably logistics lingo that we didn't know about.
Yes,
Yeah.
probably.
The Home Depot. That's all.
They have Home
all I
Depot
know.
in Australia?
No.
Oh,
They call it Bunnings.
Bunnings.
Doesn't that sound? It sounds really wussy, doesn't it? It's like
I'm gonna go to Bunnings and build a
I'm
house.
gonna go get. Yeah, need to get some supplies. Roscoe,
There you
we're gonna
go.
go to Bunnings. What?
So anyway, we're looking forward to spending some time with Danny today. We're gonna change the format of the show a little bit, okay? So don't freak out if you're listening to the show. The idea here is we're going to spend a little bit more time with Danny than we have in the past. Instead of having him on like 3 days in a row, we're going to do one show. We're going to extend it out a little bit, see how it goes. So on the show today, here's some of the things that we're going to try to talk about. So I'm going to prep you guys for it, okay? First of all, I want to talk about Danny's American tour, because if you have listened to this show or know anything about this show, you know that we talked about his videos and all the cool things he was doing while he was on the road. How long were you in America?
3 months.
3 months. So this guy is just driving around like a madman for 3 months, taking videos, playing shows, having a great time, eating Taco Bell, of course. So we're going to talk about that, a little bit about America. And then we're going to talk a little bit about YouTube. Before the show started, we were talking about YouTube. I have some questions for Danny. Now, Danny, you went to, what's it called in Australia, the VidCon?
It's the same thing. Yeah, VidCon.
Okay.
It was the very first VidCon in Australia.
Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about VidCon, and then we're going to talk a bit about the new iPhone that's coming out, because I think Danny, like myself, is an Apple geek. Would you call yourself that?
I would say, yeah. Yeah, I guess if you check Mac rumors on a daily basis.
Yes, then you are. Yes, that's what I do. If you check Mac rumors every day, you're an Apple geek. So we'll talk a little bit about the iPhone, and then we'll dive into kind of what's going to happen next with Danny. He's got a lot of stuff going on that we'll be able to talk about, some cool things happening in the future. And who knows what else? You know, it's hey, we're talking, so we could go any number of ways. Derek, what do you think about that? Are you feeling good about that?
Sure.
I'm trying to draw Derek into the conversation every once in a while.
I like Derek. I like your mic.
Oh, thanks, man. That's
I saw the last episode when they were razzing on you about how you got beat into doing it.
Oh yeah, that's every episode that we've ever done is them harassing me about various things.
I wish you
usually the microphone.
I wish you could have seen before the show started, though. He had the mic tipped up a little bit, and there's a little blue light on the front of the mic. His whole mouth just looks like he has blue paint all over it or something.
We had some jokes, but they're inappropriate for the show.
No, we would never tell inappropriate jokes on here.
See, all right, I know that I've seen almost every one of your episodes, by the way.
Thank you.
I think it's funny how you, Scotty D, were like, I'm gonna change the way it goes because my dad doesn't like it. Like you're like 40-something years old.
I know, 45.
I just think it's funny. 45 years old. And
listen, here's the thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about, because you grew up in the same kind of atmosphere as me, and that is, there's all these people that I know that I grew up with. I went to Christian school and all this stuff. And if you share anything that's just a little bit out of bounds, man, the people that are just like, oh my goodness, can you believe what Scott did? You know, I don't really care if people think that. No, I don't. I mean, I care what my parents think, but at the same time, I'm 45. But yeah, it was nice.
Probably like my parents, some things that were way out of bounds, like maybe like 20 years ago, are not so bad now. You know, like they'll come around on anything. It's just.
Right, but the thing is, to me, and Bob was part of this too, is he was like, hey, you know, if we keep it clean, it's more, it can reach more people. Let's put it that way.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I'll never, I'm going to try my best. Bob's sitting there going, don't do it. But I'm still going to be me. There's going to be things that I say that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, did you hear what Scotty said? But
we just got to restrict and stop Scott at certain points.
Yeah.
He gets going, and it's like, whoa! All right,
I say a lot of things.
Political stuff, Scott. Stop.
I say a lot of things for shock value, but yeah.
Bob, you.
So people at their water coolers the next day, did you hear what Scotty D said on Hey We're Talking?
Yeah, exactly.
Bob's been making the inappropriate jokes lately.
I have made a few inappropriate jokes. But
you have.
They were really funny though.
No, they weren't. No, not that funny.
Were.
Not worth you saying them. There you go. Ooh,
what we need to do is have a show where look at them. We need to have a show where Scott is on the show and we are going to interview Scott, but he's going to be his parents. So we have to interview.
My dad actually said, I mentioned to him that you guys were like, we should interview Scott's dad and his mom. And I said, when you said the thing about my mom, I was like, oh my gosh, no. And she was like, Scotty. But my dad was like, put me on the show. Put me on the show. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
And then we'll release it. And like, once we hit episode 200, we'll release it as a non-released, episode
like
or
a
something like that.
special episode.
Yeah, your dad just cursing us out.
He will never curse anyone out.
No, in a non-cursing way.
He'll use
would
Christian
yell at us
swears
and-
for sure.
Exactly.
He'll be like,
Christian
doggone
swears.
it, frickin'. That's it.
Frickin', well, yeah, that's came around, but that used to be like,
and
frickin'.
I used to get in trouble for saying sucks back in the day, and now everyone says
same.
that. Don't say that. I was like, it sucks, Dad. That's not nice.
Yeah, I guess once the pastor says it on stage, it's like okay for
Exactly.
anybody to say it. Like,
Right. Yeah. Well. All right. So
I
hey,
remember I was Chris Coley. He said bitchin' one time at church, and I was like,
are you serious?
oh my god.
My dad just freaked out because you said someone's real name. Have you heard about that? He got all upset with me for saying somebody's real name. All right, listen. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back, and we're going to dive back in with the Danny Black from Australia. With the power of the internet, we'll continue to talk with Danny Black. We're going to be right back. Stick around. Hey, everybody. It's Scott from Hey, We're Talking. You've heard us talk about Gamefly.com before. The basics are this. They've got over 8,000 titles for every gaming platform you can think of, and they're giving you a 30-day free trial. That's right, 30-day free trial for you, the listeners of Hey, We're Talking. You want to play video games? You want to be a champ at video games? Go to GameFlyOffer.com/HWT. That's GameFlyOffer.com/HWT for your 30-day free trial. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. We are here with Danny Black. And I got Derek Tant and Bob Peel. Bob, my dad does not like the pipe. They feel like you're going to hurt yourself with the pipe.
Well, there's
My
nothing you can do
mom's
about
the
it.
one who cares about you. My dad just thinks you're an idiot.
Idiot.
Yeah.
I like it.
We need your dad. You need to record your dad just saying idiot, so we
When
can
we
use it as a
visit next
drop
time, I'm just
within
going to
the show.
get I'm going to get some drops.
Yeah, get like a button. It's like,
you idiot. Yeah, that'll be good. The sad thing again is I've said this before. He's not really that mean. I overdo it. I exaggerate. So
I believe you.
yeah. Like how that was perfect, by the way. All right,
Does your
Danny.
dad think I'm an idiot?
He does. He does think you're an idiot. Danny, tell us a little bit. What's the main thing what's the thing that you enjoyed the most while you were in America besides Taco Bell? Don't say Taco Bell. You were going to say it too. I saw your face. He was like, Taco Bell.
I think I was gonna say it. Yeah.
What was your favorite moment?
You know what? That jamboree when I got to play on the main stage.
Yes.
And that was a really cool experience. Like feeling like a celebrity. You get your own dressing room, which I found out.
After
Too
I had
late.
2 hours to enjoy it.
And there was Kenny Rogers. I like that when you
Kenny
pointed.
Rogers.
Kenny Rogers is right
Yeah,
there.
Kenny Rogers. I actually got to see him from like on the stage because I played on that stage, so I was like able to be on the stage, and then all the other bands were right there that were also playing, and so I got to meet them, and they're like, "Hey, you wanna come have a shot in their like
The green
their
room.
motor coach?"
Yeah.
So I went back and saw like how they live, and it's actually kind of funny because I remember back in the day when I wanted to be like a famous musician, and that was like the dream, like, traveling with my friends and the motor coach and going out and playing video games. And then now I like walked in there, I was like, oh, this is not the way. I don't want to do that. Like my life is just, if I want to travel over here, I go there. But there's just like, all right, we got a long drive from Oregon to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like someone else drives, and then they sit in their motor coach and can't like.
Or they sleep
that's
in
all.
those coffin beds until they get to where they're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And then like, if someone was like, your roommates are smelly or whatever,
Right.
it's like, you can't like that. It just sucks.
If
I'm
somebody
kinda
uses
happy
the
that-
can in that thing too, oh no. If you do a number 2 on the tour bus, I think people
Well,
are
they're
really
like
angry
the
with
nice,
you.
like the really nice motor coach things. So
But still, dude, think about that. Traveling,
Yeah.
a traveling poo shoot. Yuck. Okay.
I've had 2 RVs and I've never pooed in any of them.
Neither one.
Now, like I couldn't. Like
You
I
were
don't
just
know.
like, I can't do that to everybody who's in this thing with me. It's horrible.
It was just a weird thing. I don't know. I didn't want like. There wasn't like there's water that was sitting there either. So
Right.
it's like you'd get.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
slipping into
it's
a
just
dry
like a plop.
bowl.
Yeah, it's just hitting bowl.
So just
dude.
go to Flying J or something or Loves. They have. Hey, sponsored by Loves.
Yeah, there you go.
So we like to talk about poop and farts a lot on this program. It's just kind of what we do. So, and we had an episode a while back called Bathroom Nightmares. Did you have any bathroom nightmares? All this traveling, 15,000 miles, you've had to have gone a lot. Was there
All
one
right,
bathroom
gas
that you
station?
remember?
Terrible gas
Sorry,
stations
this
for sure.
is the same. This is on the same. This is the big moment where I was about to play on the stage. Okay, so I get set up about 10 minutes to start. I'm all excited because people are starting to show up, and but I finally, I had to pee really bad, so I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I go into the little motor coach thing, and it's tiny bathroom, and I go and I start peeing, and my belt flips back and hits the pee stream, and it gets all over my pants.
Oh my!
I got like 7 minutes to get on stage, and I'm like, but it's dark in the room. It's dark in that place. So I was like, I look down. I'm like, all right, it's not so bad. It can't be that. It doesn't look bad. And I walk outside where it's all sunny, and I look down, and it looked like I peed my pants. Oh my God. I'm about to go on this, like the biggest stage I've ever played. And it looks like I peed my pants. And I'm like, and I don't know how this happened, but like, cause I was there for the whole weekend and this was a Sunday, and I went on Friday. I actually showed up because I showed up with, I was wearing shorts most of the day. And then at night I was going to switch over to jeans. And so I had a pair of jeans that were in that place already, that I've never even worn before because I just bought some clothes and just knew that they looked like my size. So I was like, all right. And they fit. And I walked up and like literally had no time to be nervous because I just kind of went up and when they're announcing my name and was like, all right, gotta go up. And then, all right, what song do I play? I don't,
Is there any
just start
songs
playing.
about peeing on your pants?
Yeah.
I always had my issue was like when I was doing stand up and when I was doing stuff at Second City before we did our actual shows, I was always right before you're going to go on stage, I would have the nervous poops. Like every time. So if they were like, hey, you got 5 minutes, I'd be like, oh gosh. And I'd run in there and I would just try as hard as I could to power out anything I could do. Because you get that little nervous, you get the little butterflies. I think even I did so many times where I'd go up on stage in front of people. It just didn't matter. It's always that right before you go out, there's this thing that kind of, you're not scared, but you get these little like butterflies, like I'm about to go in front of this huge group of people and talk. And so it kind of freaks you out.
Scott, there's a comedian, there's like a stand-up comedy place where people would go up and try it out. And this guy was doing his jokes. They're terrible, but his pants were getting more and more wet. He was peeing his pants.
No! Is this real?
You could see it. And everyone was looking at it. And I was like, if he pulls out a water bottle from his pocket upside down,
Yeah.
the guy's a comedian genius. Like
Yeah.
that would be because everybody wasn't listening to him. They were noticing that he was peeing his pants. And I was like, that would be the funniest thing if
It
someone
would be.
ever goes, if they go up there and like, hey, what's the deal with airline food or whatever? And like, but nobody cares. They're just all like commotioning, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, look at
This
this guy.
guy's
And he's like,
pissing
oh,
his
whoops,
pants.
sorry about that.
Did he
Got
do
my-
that?
No,
Oh,
he didn't.
he
just
really
peed
was
his pants,
peeing his
but
pants. Oh my gosh.
I was hoping that he had something in his pocket, and that would have been really funny. Like, no, you don't see that kind of
that kind of cerebral humor. Yeah. Did have you had any on any of your cruises? Have you had any comedians on the ships with you?
Tons. Yeah. I'm actually good friends with a bunch of them.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. You got any of them that you hang out with or whatever when you're on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like they'll even come to Brisbane and do a comedy thing, and I'll come up and hang out with them afterwards and stuff like that. So
Yeah. But you've heard all their jokes a million times by then. If you've been on the ship with them, you're like, oh,
But
here's
they're
where
still
he's
funny.
going to say this. Yeah.
But it's like it's weird, because you know that they're gonna say it, but you're like you're rooting for them, so you're
Sure.
laughing because it's still funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's so funny to see other people's reactions to
Yeah.
it, and it makes you laugh. It's infectious, and I always think I don't know why this is so frowned upon, but I'm like, like I do a bunch of cover songs and I cover people's songs. I was like, why isn't there like cover comedians, like, or they cover other comedians' jokes?
That's like,
and then,
dude, that's
I know
like
it's like
bad.
it's like you can't do that, but I was like, why not? I mean, there's so many jokes from Louis C.K. that people haven't heard that
Right.
are hilarious, and
But
it's like
but in comedy, that is like the worst thing
Yeah.
you can do. If you copy somebody else's joke, or even if like the premise, I mean, it can't even be close. You'll get blackballed. That happened
Well,
to
what if
probably
you did
like,
the joke
Same
and you're
with
like, that was by Louis C.K. Just like someone was like,
hey
"It's
guys, I'm about to perform a great joke by Louis C.K." Everybody would be like, screw you,
no,
you
any
suck.
requests?
Yeah.
Any requests? Yeah, Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, do you have any Jim Gaffigan jokes? Yeah, I do. Subway.
Hot
Let's talk about
Pockets.
Subway. Hot Pockets. Yeah. No, people would be furious. That is a real sin, dude. In comedy
I would
world,
go to a comedy thing like that though. I think that'd be hilarious.
covered comics. There you go. You
Yeah.
start a business. If you can
There you
find
go.
anybody that would do it. I would not want to do it. I'd feel like you'd get
You
booed.
got Derek Tant hair a little bit.
Although Derek's got his military cut today.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Derek gets his haircut every 2 weeks.
I
Danny.
do.
So
Danny, how often do you get your hair cut?
6 weeks ish. I don't know.
Yeah.
see,
I
that's
always-
what I was saying today.
Yeah, Derek is every 2 weeks, man, like clockwork. And it seems like it's always the Wednesday that we're going to record. He'll be like,
Yep.
It is.
I
It's
gotta go
every
get
other
a haircut, guys.
I get my haircut every other Wednesday, and that's
Hey guys, I'll
And-
be around pretty soon. I gotta go get my haircut.
Where do you get your haircut at? Is it like Supercuts or
the salon.
the
It's
salon?
called the Salon.
Yeah, that's called the salon. Kim, shout out to Kim,
Kim.
who
You want to sponsor the show?
cuts my hair. Yeah, well, just
This
give me-
episode is brought to you by Derek's Haircut.
just give me a half price haircut.
No, if anybody wants a half price haircut, it's gonna be Bob. Dude, this guy.
You know, I
So
may be
cheap.
cheap, Scott, but you've been using that same Flowbee for 30 years.
Wait a second. I just noticed you guys almost all have the same haircuts.
No, we don't.
Look at
No.
yourself.
Scott's
no,
super,
I do mine.
super short
I
on the
do
side
mine all
with
by
this-
myself.
Yes.
I just have Cheryl fix it up.
Derek's
I
got
butchered
that
my hair.
military cut,
If-
number
if-
1 on the sides.
Yeah, he's
No,
got.
there's not
that.
even a
It's-
number 1.
I mean, yeah, it's like
It's
almost
almost
like there's
like,
not even a guard
It's
on
almost
that.
like he's got I can't say the word on the show, but it starts with an F and it's like boy haircut.
Yes, a little bit. I know
Derek's
what you're
got
talking
that
about. Yeah, they don't. That's good though. They don't need to know.
It's like, I want to say puck, like a puck boy haircut.
yeah,
Oh,
I think
If it was a hockey
we completely filled in the blank with
But they still look like they don't know what's going on.
Now this episode's
We've
going to be
been-
marked explicit.
We've been kicked
No, I
off
said
of Coyote Country Radio just now. Yeah, I know. Even when you said it,
And-
though, it sounded like you
That's-
said the
that's
word.
like- but you got to understand that's like a term.
I
It's
know.
not like a swear word.
I know. Totally. Not a swear word. It's just a term.
I think it's even not even spelled the same. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I think my haircut doesn't translate well over Skype,
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
so maybe. And this is, by the way, this whole conversation, this is going to be great material for our audio only podcast.
Oh, well, I encourage anybody listening to come over to the YouTube channel to watch.
Well,
I think it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, why
how-
not?
how could
It's
this
fun to see
not
the
be
expressions.
so intrigued
Yeah.
to see Derek's.
Yeah, just to see Derek's hair. By the way, there was a bit of controversy on Instagram today over our logo. Queen of
Really?
Cobbs
Oh,
said of the picture, she said, "Is it just me, or how the heck do we know which one's Bob and which one's Derek?" And I was like, I said the same thing, but they both
Well,
loved their
Derek-
pictures,
Derek's got this goatee thing going.
Right.
I've got a beard thing going.
which is funny
That's
because
the
you
difference.
don't have a beard. It's like
Yeah, I
very
do.
thin.
I
Derek
let it
has
grow
more
out.
of a beard than you.
Well, I just trimmed it. I let it grow out, and then I just trim it once every
Anyway,
other haircut.
there was a bit of controversy. And I said, hey, they gave final approval. Brittany did a good job. We love the picture. But I said the same thing. I was like, which one's Derek and which one's Bob? So
I
if-
asked too. I had to ask.
Yeah, but you approved
But-
it.
I looked into my eyes on the logo and I knew it was me.
He knew. Which person are you on the logo? Are you top middle or bottom left?
Bottom left.
And Derek's top middle. That's what you're saying.
Right.
All right. I mean, mine's no mistaking. I'm the old man with the gray hair.
Right.
Yeah, but in this picture, you look like McSteamy or something.
McSteamy.
Who looks like
Is
McSteamy? Me?
Is that a strange McDonald's character
No, it's
that I don't know about?
it's from that. What's that stupid?
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, that show that I don't watch because I'm
Sure you
a
don't.
man.
A man.
No.
I was trying not to be sexist, but I failed miserably.
Well, my wife and daughter both love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
I gave it a shot.
I watched it a long time ago,
Yeah.
I gave it a shot. I started watching it like a few years ago when it was on Netflix. It probably still is.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I got into like the third season, and
I would think you would like it because you're a nurse.
yeah, but I couldn't take it. It was
Yeah, I got it.
ridiculous.
And a lot of the stuff on those shows, I mean, my wife's a nurse as well, so a lot of the stuff on the show for the medical field is just totally inaccurate. Like
Aren't they
my wife
just basically all having sex with each other? Isn't that what the show's about? But they fix somebody up after they get hurt, and then everyone has sex with each other.
No, that's the Cinemax After Dark.
No,
shows that you watch.
that's Grey's Anatomy and Scandal. All those shows, they're all
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
that's
we're
it.
gonna solve the political crisis, and then I'm gonna have sex with you." That's basically
Okay,
what
sorry.
happens.
Can we go back
it's
to your
not
logo?
a bad formula.
Because
Go back to the
I'm
logo.
looking at the logo, and okay. I see Scott. Then you're the one with the gray hair,
Yeah,
or whatever.
of course.
But I couldn't tell you who the other.
No,
is
I
Bob
know.
in the
That's
middle?
what
You
I'm
said
saying.
Bob's in the middle.
No, Bob's in the bottom left.
That does not look like Derek in the middle.
No, but they both said they loved it.
Well, I said I love mine. I thought my
Derek said it
photo
too.
was
He
accurate.
was like, "I
Well,
love
I'm not-
it, Brittany. Good job." And we're not cracking on Brittany. She did a great job. I think
No,
they look
She
good.
did exactly what we said
Yeah.
we wanted.
She did what we asked for. Although
No,
I had to tell
I'm not
her.
saying it looks bad.
I was like,
I'm just
tone
saying
down that gray. Tone down that gray.
I would say that Bob looks more the one in the middle.
I agree.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
That could just be a mystery of the show. Maybe I am the one in the middle.
Hey, Scotty D, maybe you should just dye your hair black or something like that.
I do use
everybody
touch
out.
of gray already, so it's not as dark. It's not as gray as it used to be. And then I'm gonna eventually do it in my beard because it's so white. It's so white.
Are you going to grow back that big old beard again, Scott?
Yeah, yeah. But I already bought the touch of gray from Amazon, so I'll be putting
Wow.
that in there someday when it gets
The
thicker.
Grateful Dead song, right?
Yeah, you've mentioned this
yeah.
before.
Oh yeah.
Have I mentioned how Touch of Gray knows what hairs to color gray and which ones not to color gray?
You have. Man, this is
That's-
bad. We're just
still a
basically
big
this is like
mystery.
reruns. All right, speaking of reruns, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back when we're going to actually try to get back on topic and talk about some YouTube stuff and maybe the iPhone. So stick around. We'll be right back. Today's show is brought to you by Gamefly.com. Go to Gameflyoffer.com/HWT today. Yeah, we're back. This is awesome.
Jump!
You're playing Jump on the ukulele. You got to love it. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. We got the Danny Black. Danny, where is Danny Black on YouTube, correct?
I'm growing up. I had to drop the
Yeah, I forgot
instead
about
of
that.
E, instead of Danny.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you happens when you grow up? You're supposed to go from like Danny to
Are you
Dan.
are you just now where is Dan Black? Don't say that. I like Danny. Are you changing
Danny's-
it?
No, I'm not changing. I was joking.
Gosh.
But like, you know how they say that?
Yeah.
Like, it's not Bobby.
no,
like,
it's
you know,
Bob.
it can't be.
My
40-year-old
mom
Bob.
calls me Bobby, and that's really about it. Nobody
Yeah, the only
else is
person who calls
allowed
me
to.
Scotty is my mom too. Yeah.
Scotty.
Scotty,
you call
you're
yourself Scotty. You're Scotty D. Yeah.
Just for fun, I just say it.
Is there a more formal Derek?
No.
Derek.
This is it.
Darica.
GT.
So Danny, you went to VidCon. You hung out with some
Yes.
people. I want to talk about this because maybe you guys talked about this at VidCon. There's a lot of crap going on YouTube right now. There's a lot of people are Google, who owns YouTube, obviously. They're demonetizing like huge amounts of people for crazy stuff. Like, not for stuff that's really bad. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. So there's a lot of people, the big YouTubers, there's a lot of them who have seen their money drop pretty badly. Did you guys talk about that at VidCon at all, or no?
VidCon kind of sucks. Actually, it's not that great.
Okay.
It's everything that you basically said. Like, anything you really want to learn about YouTube, you can find from YouTube videos.
Right.
But when you come to VidCon, you have you get this creator pass or a community pass, and it's like, communities for all the little kids wanting to see their favorite, meet and greets and all that stuff. Which I went. I mean, I didn't know any of the people. I'm like, all these kids are like, oh my god, look at that bird. I'm like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
Where's Casey Neistat?
Right.
And then for the creators, the problem is they put you in a bunch of different rooms and different seminars to learn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a makeup channel, and you have maybe you have a travel channel, and you have someone that's a gamer channel, and it doesn't apply to everybody. And then you have someone in the middle of the thing randomly question, yeah, I have 800 subscribers. Is that too and then they'll shamelessly shout out their page too. My page is called Jamie loves to do makeup, and I have 800 subscribers. Is it time for me to get sponsored? It's dude, seriously, And then 5 other people will raise their hand and want to say that too.
Oh my gosh.
And I have 30,000 followers on my thing. And
oh dude.
So
it's like everybody
it's
talking about how awesome they think they are.
Yeah, and then but you don't learn anything, and then it's kind of weird. It was $150 too for the weekend.
Oh wow.
I had to fly down there from Brisbane, and I even missed my flight because of all the traveling I do. I got my time screwed up, so I showed up 2 hours after my flight, and then I went up into the thing and I looked at my boarding pass because I had it printed on my phone, and I was like, I got there at 7:30, and my flight left at 6:40. I'm
my gosh.
What? So I had to go and buy another ticket to get
dude.
there.
Seriously? That's that's horrible.
But the networking, as far as I met a bunch of dudes that I follow on YouTube, and they follow me back, and we were able to hang out and meet more people in that area, and we just all chatted, and that was by far we could have just had a good hangout anywhere,
sure.
and got more out of it. And they all learned some stuff and algorithms and things that they were sharing with me, and I think that that's about it. But as far as the controversial stuff, they don't really talk about that. It's they just pretend that it didn't exist.
Yeah, the thing is, YouTube is just so huge that it's near impossible to change the machine. I mean, it's just so big, and it's like the Titanic. So it's very difficult.
Unfortunately, it's a monopoly when it comes to that, because there's nobody else that does it like they do.
No.
And that's why I was hoping, Apple had a lot of announcements. I was hoping Apple would
never
have something like that come out, but I mean, because that's the only other person but they would probably restrict their stuff too, because they're a very secure.
Well, they said they did say this with YouTube. You got to understand that you're using someone's platform. You got to play by their rules. Yeah. So if you think, oh, I'm going on here, I can say whatever I want to say, and it's free speech. It's no, you're using someone's platform. It's not this is yours. Create your own thing, and you can say whatever you want to say. That's fine. But you have to abide by the rules, and I get that. That makes sense.
I guess the thing is, the way that they portrayed YouTube from the very beginning it was this place that was just unfettered, and people could get on there and be them and say the things that they wanted to say. And now all of a sudden they're coming along, and not only are they shutting down people. Listen, I have no problem with them. I mean, I do and I don't. I have no problem with them shutting down white supremacists or things like that. I do believe that if those people that say those stupid things want to say them out loud to other people and let people know what they really believe, I think that's good in the long run, because people are going to be like, these people are idiots and I don't want anything to do with them. But ultimately, I think that when you start to silence people, even the people we don't like the things that they say, ultimately I think it's a bad decision. I think it hurts more than it helps. And I think the problem is, you have an entity, just like you're saying, a business in Google, that is deciding what they agree with and what they don't agree with. And there's a lot of people who have valid points that don't line up with what Google believes, who are getting shut down. So that's the thing that's difficult. But like you said, it's Google's company. They can do whatever they want with it.
True.
So until somebody comes along and makes something else, I don't see how that's ever going to change. But
there's Vimeo and things like that. There's a lot of other platforms that people can go to. I think that, to me, the thing that I want them to fix more than anything is the old thumbs down button, because I hate the animosity from it. Because for me, it's like, if you get your videos, you'll get the most random thumbs down. There's someone that
3
does
or
it.
4, yeah.
And to me, I'm like, if I get one, I'm like, are you saying you don't like it? Are you like an ex-girlfriend that's like kind of getting revenge? Like,
that's true.
You don't know if it's because of what you're creating or if it's for some stupid reason. And I know I get it's also engagement and that it doesn't matter, no matter what, they're helping your channel out. But as a creator, as someone that's even like you guys putting a lot of time and effort into this versus someone that's easily to hit thumbs down just because they don't like your intro or something like that. It's like, I think that they need to change that to where either you see who's doing it, but then at the same time, you can just create accounts and do that. Or maybe you have to be subscribed to be able to give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Something
I
like
don't
that.
know what the answer is to that. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, you're always going to have haters, man. Like, there's always going to be somebody out there who, it's just like with ours. I think that we just have some people that just don't like one of us personally, and they thumb down that thing every stinking time a video goes up, which is funny because they're wasting their time thumbs down our video. If they don't like us, what's even the point of showing up and clicking on it?
Right.
It's silly.
Just don't watch it. Just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Derek,
it's you.
What do you think?
No, it's your dad, Scott.
Oh, it might be.
That's another Hey We're Talking episode.
I don't think my dad knows how to do the thumbs down. Go ahead, Derek. What do you think?
Yeah, I have another YouTube channel myself, and I do get
announce your subscriber count like that girl at the thing.
My channel is Derek Tant, and I have like 1,800 subscribers.
Woo!
Woo!
So, but yeah, I get thumbs down all the time. Sometimes multiple thumbs downs on videos, and I take that as a sign that my videos are getting out there.
But if you're growing like your video that kind of getting more and more views, that's getting pushed out there, and that's good. That means you're growing. But if it's like just you're on a regular basis and you just upload a video and you're just getting a thumbs down from some like what?
Yeah, ours go up at the same time, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and for real, like by the time I get up in the morning and look, because it goes up at 5 a.m. Eastern, I'll see there's like 1 or 2 thumbs down, like immediately. It's always like, really? You get up early in the morning and you think to yourself, hey, this is the day that Hey We're Talking comes out on YouTube. Thumbs down.
I don't think that people understand that. Like for someone to to put so much effort into it and to see a thumbs down, it's very discouraging as a creator. And I just think that too, if you're posting like, oh, I had a rough day, maybe they're saying, oh, thumbs down to a bad day. Like, they're not saying like great video. It's more like they think that they're like agreeing with the topic, or they're saying, oh, I don't like, I disagree, or I don't like that idea.
I think you should think that all the time, Danny. That should be what you think from now on. Just go, they decided that they thought I was having a bad day. Just tell yourself that, because then you'll feel better. Because that's not why they're hitting it.
Well, they should have something to where if they put a thumbs down, they have to put a reason or something. There's got to be
guys
something
kidding?
behind it. No, there's got to be something behind it.
Why?
Because,
or like thumbs down. Like a list. Why didn't you like this video? Like give a reason.
Material, this or that. But the reality is, we talk about the thumbs down, but we talk about it in more of a joking manner. Just because we know somebody's taking their time and effort to give us a view and to put a thumbs down, and it's just like,
listen,
all right, dude,
if you
whatever.
don't have haters, then you're not doing something right.
No,
listen, you gotta have haters.
You gotta grow a pair. Like I've seen that. Like I'm just more like, I'm not trying to be like, it hurts to see it.
I
like,
know.
I
wish I could play Everybody Hurts.
He can.
He can.
The day is long. And the night. All right.
We just need
But
Danny
speaking
to
of-
like always be on
I
standby.
know.
Danny, we need a song. Can
This
you,
is
do you mind singing it for us?
It's reminding me of the video he
Speaking of
does
older,
with all
when
the.
you talked about older people not knowing how to hit the thumbs down thing, there's another thing I want to touch on is the subscribe button, because my grandparents, when I saw them in Idaho, I was like, oh, like, have you subscribed? Like, no, you know what? We're going to subscribe to your channel, but we thought we'd rather give you the money on Christmas. And I go, what? They go, they think subscribe. To
Yeah,
them
you have to
is like
pay,
a
right.
subscription for a pay thing. And I'm like, no, it's free. I set them up with a YouTube account on their phone so that, because they always relied on Facebook posts to see it.
Yeah.
And so now every time I post a video, the bell comes up and they can see it. They're like, this is the best thing ever. They can put it to their Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was funny. Like, I never, for us, we kind of grew up. Well, we did grow up with the subscription word as like, for papers and stuff.
Sure.
But like we grew up in the YouTube as well. So we knew that subscribe means just subscribe. But
Free.
it's so weird. Like,
That's
so
a
many
good
people,
story,
like,
though. I
probably
like
watching. People could be listening to the show right now going, oh, you don't have to pay.
You
for
mean you
this?
don't have to pay to subscribe to this show?
Maybe that's the reason, we don't have as many subscribers as
As
we
Derek.
want. You guys, it's free. Hit the button.
It's free.
not a
Your
big deal.
Your demographic age is.
Yeah, maybe we skew too old. That's what it is. It's just my parents and a bunch of their friends listening, and there you go. That's what it is. Oh, too bad.
Bob.
And
And
Bob's
Bob.
coworkers.
And Bob's,
Yeah,
and
my
Bob's
coworkers.
coworkers. Hey,
Hey, I think every episode you should shout out to somebody, because I like it when you talk about people, and if you say my name in a show, I'm like, I was like always driving.
do you know how excited I get when you put us in one of your videos? Oh my gosh.
So
I
the one
instantly get
video-
on Voxer.
So the one video, Danny, where you're just driving down and you're like, this is so much. I spend so much time on the road. I pass my time by listening to podcasts. Like, hey, we're talking, ding, and our logo goes up. Scott messaged me, Danny talked about us. You gotta go look at it. Go look at the link. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But no, it is cool to see. After Scott said it, I just kind of laughed, and then I'm like, oh, he did message us. That's
I
awesome.
see.
It was,
Derek, were you
And
impressed?
So now I can go back to that video,
of course.
and I can put this video in the little eye.
See,
To click here to watch that.
see, Derek, what do you think about that?
Yes, I was very impressed. I love shout outs. We give
Yeah,
shout outs
so-
all the time.
Who
Give-
wants
give a
to
shout
who
out
wants to give a
to someone
shout
right
out today? Derek, you haven't said much, so who you want to shout out?
Yeah, anybody in the world.
Well, he did shout out his hairstylist, by the way, guys.
He did.
Forget about that.
Yeah.
That's true.
We were talking about your dad and your mom and I guess
But who do
Boontar.
you we've done Boontar. Who do you
we've done Boontar.
who's the guy the guy that you know in your neighborhood sort of that who listens? What's his
Wow,
name?
this
maybe-
shout out has just gotten really.
I know it just
Thanks,
got really
Derek.
just
Derek,
turned
we
bad.
you've been quiet all show. We put you on the stage to do it. And
but
you just,
but talk about this one specific thing. So we'll give a shout out to Teets, Nathan Teeters.
There you go. See, that's what I was going for, Nathan Teeters. But I didn't want to say anybody and then get it all.
And
messed up.
Nathan, if you're watching this or whatever platform you're watching, comment and be like, hey, I got
Yeah.
a shout out.
Yes.
And then that makes everyone give a thumbs down.
No thumbs down. And
I mean up.
then go subscribe to Danny's channel. Where's Danny Black?
Where is
What did I say? Where's?
yeah, where's?
Where
spoke proper
is?
English. Why
Sorry,
would you do
excuse
that?
me. Where is Danny Black?
WEAR?
No,
Where?
WHER.
Like I'm wearing
Where?
Danny Black right now.
You know,
Where
that's
is
one
Danny
of
Black?
that is one
We
of the
need-
best things in Danny's videos is when the older ladies are dancing around with a little bit too much alcohol in their system with one of his t-shirts on and they're like, I love Danny Black.
Oh,
Isn't
I
that
love
one
it.
of your favorite parts?
Yes. And it says Danny Black rocked me last night or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Danny,
Those are
Danny,
great shirts.
I think we need to do you and I because forget these guys. We need to do a shirt trade.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
need
I'll
to get.
send you-
I
hey, we're
told you
Oh,
we
that's
need
right.
to
You
get
got
him
a
one.
shirt, don't you?
Yeah,
and
we
then
need
you,
to get
you
him
can
one.
send me a Danny Black shirt. I think
We
that'd be
You want
screwed
Danny
up and
Black
we
rocked me shirt?
we screwed up. We should have given him a shirt while he was in America, and now we're gonna have to pay
True.
like $10,000 to ship it to Australia.
He's coming
We
back
just-
in
wait till I
January.
get back to America. Yeah, I'll be back in December, mid-December. Or you
Okay.
can send it to Mexico City.
That's true.
Well, actually, are you gonna be in Salt Lake City?
You know,
On
let's
your-
not give out his
Yeah.
whole itinerary here,
No,
guys.
that, he,
It's
no,
all
that,
on my calendar.
Oh,
that,
okay.
that
Where
was
it's
on
gonna be
his.
like-
No, that was on his thing. So maybe we'll talk offline. Get that address for Salt Lake City,
Offline.
and we'll send it there.
You still have to be online.
Yeah, we're still gonna. He has to be online with you so you can hear him.
Really?
You sound like Vince Vaughn in the internship.
Did I just age myself to
You
sound
take a
really
picture,
old? No,
it goes
we're
instantly
offline.
on the line. Yeah, that's called
I saw
Instagram.
you on the Facebook.
The
I
Facebook.
saw you on the Facebook. Yes.
That's the other thing my grandparents used to do is they'd be like, oh, I saw you on the phone. Like they didn't even say like Facebook or like I saw you. It's like, oh, you were on the phone the other day. I'm like, about what?
On the phone
What?
every day.
It's good stuff.
It is good
But
stuff.
Speaking of phones, Scott.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it. We could sort of talk about it. Let's just do it real quick. The iPhone event. I mean, they had the watch too.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, I want to get that watch, and then I took a second and I'm like, okay, LTE, you got to pay for an extra thing.
Yep.
Out in Australia, it's probably gonna be like $20 a month or something. And then I'm
It's
like,
$10.
okay, now I'm gonna be in America for a month, and then I'm gonna be on cruise ships where I can't use it. I'm like, now I just rethought the whole thing. I'm like, maybe I don't need a watch.
You can
get
just
it without
the regular.
cellular.
Yeah. You just get the one without.
Yeah, but I
LTE.
mean, like that's the thing is, I know people go like, I can't live without it now, but I don't wear watches.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I recently got one and I do enjoy it, but there are days where I still don't put it on because I don't usually wear a watch. But I tried to get into the habit of wearing it, and it has some cool stuff on it. I think the thing that would be awesome about that LTE one though is, and he even said this in the presentation. Derek is so bored with this conversation, by the way.
He is.
When they did the phone call, I was like, that's pretty sweet. I mean, this chick is on a lake in the middle of
That was
nowhere
cool.
talking
I
to
did
him.
think that was cool.
And I was like,
But
that was cool.
they should have touched on. They should have said like her phone wasn't in her pocket though. Because,
Yeah.
you can do that with your phone in your pocket with
Right.
just the regular one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know what's going to happen eventually? The whole thing with the Face ID is going to somehow incorporate with
Yep.
your watch.
Yep.
And so you're like, I think that'll be cool to be able to use that, like take a picture or like a selfie or,
Yeah.
and everyone, a bunch of people like ragged on the whole emoji thing with face. And I thought that
I
was,
think that's
I
funny.
thought it was
I thought that was
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. I thought it was fun.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here right now really quick.
Okay, do it. Do
I
it.
don't like how people are so tech jaded now.
Yes.
And I feel like this amazing technology is coming out and everybody is so jaded by it. And it's wasted on this generation of people that are so entitled, thinking that everything comes out has to be the most revolutionary thing.
Yeah.
And if you think about where we've come for 10 years, it's like if they would have released this phone 10 years ago, it'd have been just like,
People would have, their
like-
minds would have been blown. They would
Yeah,
have not
and
know what to do with it.
so when they're like, oh, we made this thing faster. And that, people are like, oh, it is faster. And it looks the same. And the camera's a little bit better. It's like, yeah, how did they do that? It's already so tiny. And they
Right.
put like,
Yeah.
guys, seriously.
But the iPhone 10, I got to do it. I got to. I mean,
Yeah.
that one to me is what I've been waiting for. That one
Yeah, we're
looks good.
my boss and I are kind of scheming at work and trying to figure out how we can do
Well,
these
now
upgrades.
you just outed
and,
yourself.
I do
it's-
I do wonder about the Face ID, like if I don't know, I'm just wondering how good that's
It's
going to
one in a
be.
million,
Like,
baby. One in a million.
no, but I mean, like, I don't want to hold it up to my, hold it
no,
up
you
to
won't.
the
You
I'm
can
not
just,
like,
you can just look at it like down here, as
all
long
you
as
have
your
to do is
face is
make direct
within
eye
view.
contact
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
That's it.
or like when you're waking up in the morning and you look over and it's like, if your face is half covered by a pillow, I don't want to be
It's
like,
still gonna do it.
face."
Trust me, it'll work
so?
good. They wouldn't have done it if it's not going to work right. Because
You're right.
Samsung already had facial recognition, and it was nothing. Because I tried out the Samsung, and it was not good. So if Apple waited this long to do it, it's going to be right. I guarantee you.
And
I'm
finally,
gonna
they got
get it.
wireless charging. Finally.
Yeah,
Gosh, what's
that'll
taking
be
so
cool
long?
too. Man, we could do a whole nother show on this, but we're going to take one more quick break and come back. Is that okay, Derek? Was that okay with you?
Let's do it.
Okay, Danny, play us out.
Say more.
Brain.
I don't know what chord. I don't know where I was at.
That's okay. We'll be right back after this. Hey everybody, it's Scott from Hey We're Talking. You've heard us talk about Gamefly.com before. The basics are this. They've got over 8,000 titles for every gaming platform you can think of, and they're giving you a 30-day free trial. That's right, 30-day free trial for you, the listeners of Hey We're Talking. You want to play video games? You want to be a champ at video games? Go to GameflyOffer.com/HWT. That's GameflyOffer.com/HWT for your 30-day free trial. And we're back on Hey We're Talking. We're back, guys. On Hey We're Talking, we've got Derek Tant, who seems really excited today. I've never seen him this charged up.
I think he's just
You're
really
getting more and
tired.
more blue.
Yeah.
More and more blue as well.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's like you look like Avatar almost. Like
Yeah,
Derek's
there we go.
Avatar.
It's like he's getting a dental, some kind of like ultraviolet rays on his mouth
He's
so they can check.
teeth whitening or something.
Yeah.
Been drinking toilet cleaner, guys.
There we go to our poop jokes again. So we got Derek, we got Bob, we got Danny Black, and he's hanging out in Australia. It's like, what time is it there now? It's still light, right? He's taking us
Let me
out
show you.
onto the balcony. Let's see this. He has a really great view too, by the way. If you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing
look at
out
that
on
pool.
this. Where was the pool? Where'd you see a pool? I don't see a pool.
Well,
Oh,
that's-
there
that's
is.
a lake.
Yeah, behind him. And then there's that. Is that a river?
Yeah, that's the Brisbane River. There's the cities over here. I don't want to drop my laptop. But
Yeah, don't drop your laptop, please.
it's a little wind gusty. Could
Yeah.
you imagine? You'd see the whole fall on.
That would be sort of cool, except for I doubt the Wi-Fi would make it all the way to the bottom.
That's true.
How many stories up
I
are
actually
you?
thought that. I was like, as I was driving through America, I was like, if I see a tornado, I'm gonna be the guy that flies the drone into the tornado, and just for the cool like
Yeah.
video bait thing, and because you can get like the cache thing on your iPad, like,
Yeah.
so you can see the video playback, and then I was like, later on, I started realizing I'm like, the closer you got to the tornado, like your gimbal wouldn't be working. It'll look,
No,
look so
it'll go
bad,
all
like, it'll
over the
just like
place.
this.
It would be
And
bad.
so I was like, maybe it was a good thing that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, tornadoes are never good, Danny. Never. I can't think of a
Yeah.
time where I'm like, we could use a good tornado right now, guys. No.
Yeah, no comment. But there's a bunch of times when I could see that.
Danny's like wishing revenge on some people. Send a tornado.
No. Like when you see stuff in the news and like different protests and the way people talk, and you're like,
You're like, a
unfortunately,
good
being out of
tornado would really
America-
help us out here.
Being out of America, sometimes they just make Americans look so bad. And they make us look like we hate everybody else. And I saw your remembering 9/11 thing, and that was really good, touching how you guys talked upon that. But like, yeah, just the media, they'll play all that stuff that makes Americans look so
That's their
stupid.
job, man. I mean, it's just so these guys.
Yeah, they pick
Yeah,
on
that's a
someone
whole
else,
nother
like,
show.
Sri Lanka or something.
It's like the things that America has, people might get mad at me for this, but the things that America has done in the world, as much as you might think that we're these horrible, evil people, America's done some amazing stuff in the world, not just in America. We've done some incredible things as a nation. Have we screwed up? Yes, obviously. Nobody's perfect. But overall, America, heck yeah. I like it. All right. So, hey, Danny, give us a quick update. What do you got coming up? Talk about what's
All
coming up. What's on the horizon?
So, a new season of vlogs coming out. Where I just went on a ship. I did this cool tunnel thing in outside Sydney. Went to VidCon, so I'll show you what it's like at VidCon. Back in Brisbane, show you guys around the city of Brisbane a little bit. Another cruise ship, going to Fiji for 16 days.
Oh, what a horrible life.
Right.
Yes, it's tough, right? I get back from Fiji and I go to Whitsundays, which is like just the southern Great Barrier Reef, and I'm going on this luxurious yacht, bringing Emma along. And then I will go to Mexico City, flying out. The conference that I played in San Francisco, the guy that was there, he's like, "Hey, I want you to play in Mexico City." And I'm like, I live in Australia. That's going to be a long flight. And he's like, "Oh, I don't care. We'll make it happen." It was like at the party part, so I think he was having a couple drinks. So I'm like, "Sure,
Okay.
sure, whatever you say. I'll take your card." I wrote to him, and then he's like, "All right, we got the date for that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's happening." I'm like, "Here's kind of like I don't like to overprice people for stuff, but I'm like, you're gonna have to pay for the flight
Yeah.
and pay me because,
Yeah.
that's just what you do. And he was like, oh yeah, all right, no problem. Here you go. Like,
Boom.
here it is. Here's your flight itinerary. And so I'm like, cool. So I might have my friend Matt, the vegan bros guy, he might fly down and join me so that we can, I don't know if I want to, wander around Mexico City by myself. I've never been there before. But
I probably wouldn't do that.
And the first thing, I actually know someone that was down there recently, and I had to ask them. I was like, what do Mexicans think of Americans now, like with the whole wall? And I was worried about that. Like, I don't want to go down there and people are like, oh, it's American, let's put a wall in his face,
They'll just kidnap you and hold you for money, dude.
Yeah, but no, she said the girl that was down there, she was like, oh, it's a beautiful place, everyone's nice, like you're gonna love it. Like, just don't have these preconceived notions about it.
Well, don't go walking around Mexico cities. That's all I'll say. Don't just go out in the middle of the night and go, I'm going to stroll down this street.
Yeah, well, you're always asking. That's Detroit as well.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in any big city.
Or Chicago, yeah.
Oh, Chicago. Don't even go out of your house. I'm surprised Bob ever leaves his house.
I'm 40 miles away.
Doesn't matter,
miles
dude.
away from
Danger.
Chicago.
Danger. Derek, of all people, he probably doesn't even have to lock his front door.
I do, but
not always. You probably don't have to, is what I'm saying. You probably don't have to.
I walk around all the time in the middle of the night, and it's fine.
Yeah, but Derek has got that haircut, which scares people because they know that he was in the military.
They think he's like a shark.
This is not the haircut I wore when I was in the military, though. I shaved my head with clippers, so I was very baldish.
Bald.
Not quite bald, but
baldish.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
All right.
Yeah. So then after that, going back to the States, this time with Emma the whole time. We're going to do Christmas in America. She's never had a white Christmas, so we're going to travel around and try to find someplace that has snow.
There's snow, yeah.
But we're not going to go to Michigan. We're going to be in the West.
Okay.
And then we're going to be in Vegas for New Year's Eve. We're getting married on January 3rd in Vegas.
Nice.
By the pastor that was at the Drinks for Drinks thing.
Danny's off the market January 3rd.
His subscribers just went down.
I know you lost so many subscribers. All those ladies that dance at your shows, they're like, dang it. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Yeah. So January 3rd.
So then we're going to do a buddy moon, it's called, with friends and family in Park City. So we're all there skiing for a week, and then we'll have our actual honeymoon in Lake Tahoe the week after that.
Nice.
And then I come back to Australia, and I get back on a ship for 10 days in the South Pacific.
Another horrible thing.
It's crazy. And I paid for this apartment for a year, and I am enjoying it about half the time, fortunately.
Well, listen, we always appreciate you coming on the show and talking with us. We appreciate you putting our picture in your videos sometime and saying that you listen to us. Even if you don't, it's really cool that you say that. I know you do.
Driving-wise, it was the best. And when I'd listen to all your stuff, I'm like, I wish they did dailies because, dang it.
We've had a couple of people say that drive a lot who are like, make it longer and do it daily. So we'll see. Who knows what will happen in the future.
Can I not say that?
What's that?
Sorry, I'll just.
I just heard you. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Sorry. Yeah, right. That's okay.
You'll have to we'll watch this back and you'll get it.
All right. So listen, before we go, I'm going to give another quick shout out to our sponsor, GameFlyOffer.com/HWT. Go there, you get a 30-day free trial. Play some video games, for crying out loud. I mean, dude, seriously. If you don't have a PlayStation 4, if you don't have an Xbox, whatever the next Xbox is, because I'm not an Xbox guy, get one. It's worth it. You'll get out of your wife's hair for a few hours. You get on Call of Duty, kill some people, make you feel great.
The great Christmas gift.
Yeah, what a great Christmas gift. But you got to get it before then so that you can start playing games right now. GameFlyOffer.com/HWT. 30-day free trial. Don't pass up on that, guys. Seriously.
Great back to school gift.
Yeah. Maybe if you had teens that lived in your home and they liked to play video games, you could sign up for a free 30-day trial.
Introduce fall. Get them one.
Yeah. Okay.
Halloween gift. Put it in their basket.
That's a great idea. Just hand out GameFly offers at Halloween this year, guys.
Yeah. I should print up some business cards and
just say
throw 'em in.
gameflyoffer.com/HWT 30-day free trial.
Genius idea.
Instead of candy not rot in your mouth, you rot your brain by playing video games. I'm kidding.
Perfect.
Video games are good for you. Right, Derek?
Yes. They
Good
increase
hand-eye
concentration,
coordination.
Yes.
all that good stuff.
See? Man, we can always find the silver lining on this show. Tell you.
I hope you guys bring me back sometime.
Are you kidding
fun
me?
to chat, so.
You're a friend of the show. You're welcome back anytime. We'll get you back on.
Hurry up
And
and plug,
I just
plug your
want
stuff.
Scott's dad. I want Scott's dad to know that I actually I respect him and I like his stuff. So I hope he doesn't think that. I hope he doesn't think that I
doesn't.
don't enjoy him. It's fine. It's fun to razz on him after listening to the show.
Yeah. My dad's probably laughing when you guys are saying that I have daddy issues.
Do you think he's even this far into the episode, or do you think he's
Yeah.
thinking, or like,
Yeah. No, he'll make it to the end. It's
Yeah,
just because
all
my
right.
mom's listening though. That's why.
Scott's
She'll
dad?
be like, listen, I want to listen to Scotty. So they'll keep playing it.
My
all
son's an idiot.
We're running out of time here. We got one last idiot in on the show.
Thumbs down.
Thanks for listening. We will be back soon. We've got more episodes for you. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.